it's another tough day on the job, and I'm sorry to have you guys stick around and do this with me, but I appreciate it.
I mean, every week it gets rougher.
We do not have to come back doing this every week.
So we do actually have fun doing this, as you can tell. And we have Ray from Wild Wine Life. And Ray, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It is a pleasure and an honor. Well,
Ray, what do we got here? What are we doing?
So last week we were in Sonoma County with wines. Now we're up in Lake County, California with Shed Horn Cellars. It's mom, dad, and 2 daughters running the winery, small production, and we're going with something different to show you the wide breadth of wines in the wine world. I always tell people, cheat on your wine, stay loyal to your spouse.
I like that. All right,
good one.
Cheers. Cheers. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sticking around.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, now you're the wine connoisseur expert, so what are your thoughts?
Smelling it. I feel like there's pears. There's some, we'll see. I don't know if it's some pears, some apricot.
This is sweeter. What do you think?
Well, I think you had Chardonnay earlier, and I love a good Sauv Blanc. I usually prefer New Zealand. I love those grapefruit notes, but this is really nice. Really, really nice.
That's why I chose this. It's something that's different other than the New Zealand that you see out there. You get different tropical notes, but a lot of lemongrass. It's very fruity, but it's dry. It's all stainless steel. It's not buttery at all. And it has a nice little minerality to it on that back end. So it's really easy to drink on the patio or just while you're cooking.
You're so good, Ray, because every time you mention something, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I know there's something else there, but when you said lemongrass, that's it. And I get just as much from breathing, smelling it in, honestly, like that helps me. Tell us a little bit about that, the smelling, and why that is important for taste testing.
Most of your taste comes from smell or aromatics. Like I tell people, you can smell apple in a wine, but what kind of apple? So like when you're cooking, actually pause and smell the different things that you're cutting up, because then you can pick up those specific things. It's all about memory when you're smelling wine. And then just building that aromatic library, as I call it.
Okay, so what do you think?
I really like it. I do love Sauvignon Blancs. That's probably what I drink the most. But it's really, really easy to drink. It's very fresh.
What do you think?
Oh, I like it. I like it more than I thought, just because of the region and where it's coming from and what I'm used to. So I'm cheating on my region.
You're cheating. It's better to cheat on your region than it is on your spouse, right?
Kind of cheating that's allowed.
Yes. What do you think, Sarah?
I really like it. I'm not a huge white wine person, but when I do drink it, I really like the drier wines. So I really like it. I think
I do too.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay, we've got more work to do
next?
here. What do we got next? And what are we going to do?
We have to get those glasses. Red. That's the one with the antlers that says non-typical. It's the tan label.
No, the non-typical.
Yes.
Yeah. The one with they both have antlers. They all have antlers on them, right?
Yes, they are.
Yes. The owner of the winery is an avid outdoorsman. He elk hunts, deer hunts, and if you look at the antlers on the non-typical, that is actually from a elk that he harvested. And that made it onto the label.
Do girls know what non-typical means?
No. Non-typical means...
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ray. As a hunter, I know, but go ahead.
If I recall correctly, non-typical means it is not the typical set of antlers that they would for a Boone Croc.
Well, also non-typical, there are sometimes, and I just learned this as being married to a hunter for 31 and a half years, sometimes antlers have dropped down tines because they could have been hit on one side of their body by a car or gotten in a fight or whatever, and that causes their growth to be non-typical.
Wow, that's interesting.
Learn something new.
Yeah, there you go. Cheers. I love it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, what do you think, girls?
Smells good.
Now, this I call a comfort red wine. That if you don't know what kind of red wine you want to drink, this is a safe red wine to go with. It is a blend. Petit Syrah, Zinfandel, Barbera, and Petit Verdot. It has a lot of big backbone and structure. You get a lot of berries and spice to it, but it has a nice, soft mouth feel that goes with a wide variety of foods.
Good.
It is good.
Yeah.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I think blends to me are the easiest to drink
Yes.
if you're not a big red wine drinker because they're very smooth. But I do have a question. With red wines, some people like them chilled and some people like them room temperature. What is the
Chilled.
I personally would put mine in the fridge, which is probably a really big faux pas. But I like mine chilled. So what is the norm, or what are you supposed to do with red wine?
Okay, I always, like I've said before, drink it how you enjoy it. I've seen some people drop ice cubes in their red wine, and if that makes you happy, then do that. But as far as chilled, think more cellar or cave temperature in the 60s, not that 70, 80 degree temperature that might be in the house, but 65 degree temperature range, give or take a few degrees for your red wines.
Just chilled a little bit. That's how I like it too. Okay, what do we got next? Do we have more
Next one.
glasses?
We only have two, so
Okay,
somebody's
so
going to have to drink.
I can
I'll finish
pour.
mine.
Here,
I'm almost done.
Here, Diana, go for it. I'm good.
I think we have a couple extras
But I
over
have
there.
two
Yeah.
glasses over here.
Yeah,
so
I have one here.
I can do these.
This will not go to waste. I can assure you.
We'll
that.
use this one for Shemane.
I
Okay,
just
we're
want
doing
to
the
make sure I
cab
did
now, right?
everything. What are we doing?
cab.
Oh, we got a cab. Is it you? Oh, for me. Oh, okay.
Lots of glasses
So
now.
this is a cab. What was the last one?
That
It was a
the
blend.
blend.
It's a regular blend. Oh, you want?
I'll do mine class.
Okay. Pass that one.
Oh, I need to finish the red.
What are we doing?
Too many glasses now.
Musical glasses.
You might double this finger.
Just put one of them down.
No, wait.
How many of these happy hours?
I know, right? It's just a
They
little
don't
bit,
know.
right?
They don't know how many we
Okay, so
actually done.
Ray, walk us through this.
Go ahead while we're
What do we got going on here?
This one, you're going to get a lot of nice, red, bright fruit flavors. The soil that this is from up in Lake County is very similar to Oakville in Napa, but you're not paying those kind of prices. And believe it or not, a lot of fruit from Lake County ends up in Napa wine. So you're getting a great value with this wine. It has that big weight to it. You get the dark fruit, you get some red fruit, but the tannins are soft and silky and seductive. I always say wine should be seductive. It should lure you into when you just fall in love with it.
What do you think,
That's very
girls?
sexy.
What do you think?
I like it. I like the spice of it. And you had me at Oakville. So, and then you had me at less expensive.
I'm with you on that.
Because it seems like the more wine you drink, the more sophisticated your palate becomes, the more the price point goes up. And that's hard on
Yeah.
a Tuesday.
And a Wednesday, and a Thursday, and a Friday.
My
Of course,
husband,
Sunday night dinner.
my husband doesn't drink wine much, but sometimes at hunting camps, people will break out a nice bottle of wine, and so when he comes home from the hunts and he tries to drink wine that we have at the house, he's like, no, I don't like that. I'm like, well, what are you drinking at these camps? And he's like, oh, I find out from whoever the guides are, the hunting camps, they're like $1,000 bottle of wines. I'm like, oh,
Well, there
sorry,
you go.
honey. Well, you can't do that. So,
This
do you
is
think?
my favorite.
Yeah?
I really like it.
What do you think?
Actually, me too.
It's very
It really
smooth.
is. Yeah.
Is this any Pinot Noir at all?
No,
What is-
Cabernet.
Just straight Cabernet?
This is really good.
Cabernet
Very
with a little
good.
Petit Verdot for backbone.
Okay, so girls, the question of the day, what's your favorite? So out of all three wines, what's your favorite?
Oh, it's so hard because it's just hot outside, and so lately I've been drinking more Sauv
Right.
Blanc. So
More white, right?
yeah, and I like changing it up from my normal New Zealand to bringing it back. to California. So I'm going to say Sauv Blanc.
And I'm normally the Sauv Blanc, but I really like this, the Cabernet.
What do you think?
So I think also the Sauv Blanc, just because it is hot out. And so my mindset is like rosé, white wines. Yeah. So
I typically drink more rosé, but yeah, I like them all. I like them all.
So it can make a rosé. Just take the red.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm gonna make my
soda
rosé.
water.
We're
Okay,
in a mixology class.
while I'm making my rosé, would you guys stick around for our funny pet videos?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, Derek, roll the funny pet videos.
I hope you've enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed being a part of the Simply Shemane Show, episode 16. You can follow Shemane Nugent on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, catch Diana Lynch Davis, the founder of Merch Marketing USA, Alicia Bush, the founder and CEO of Treasured Vessels Foundation at treasuredvesselsfoundation.org, and Sarah Strackhouse, a talented journalist. Once again, this would not have been possible without the wine. So I'd like to thank Adawn and Mike Wood, the founders and owners at Shed Horn Cellars out in Lake County, California, for the wine donation for this segment. Please visit them and like them on Facebook along with everybody else you saw today. And share us with your friends, and don't forget to go to huntthevote.org and register. Once again, I'm Ray, and here's to living the wild wine life.